going to get my hair straightened with Brazilian Keratin Treatment. I'm really excited, and right now you can see how curly it is. I've got like 4, I don't know, really curly hair. And I'll tell you everything I learned about it. I was going to do the Japanese straightening, but he said that Brazilian was best to try first, then go on to Japanese straightening if it doesn't work. So I'm really excited to see how it'll work on my hair. So, see you. I went to the hairstylist yesterday for the first time in 4 years since I've been in Japan. In America, I used to get my hair relaxed all the time, and it would grow maybe about shoulder width and then break off, and it makes your hair super straight. But I just wanted to talk about the different kinds of options here in Japan for those that might not know. I have really curly afro hair, and I really loved it, but you know, after a while when you have so much hair, it gets tangled and knotted, and I'd end up wearing my hair in a bun like pretty much 99% of the time. The other 1%, I would actually take the time to do something cool with it. I like twist yarn into it, and you know, sometimes I'd flat iron it, sometimes I'd do twist outs. So there's so many beautiful, amazing styles that you can do with natural hair, but I just was getting really tired of, you know, it's so much work and effort. If you're wondering like how my hair got this long, because this is not a weave or anything, this is just all my hair, is because after I came to Japan, there's no place I could get relaxers done. I think there is in Roppongi, but you know, I didn't want to deal with the hassle of you know having to do that so often. And so when I cut the relaxer out of my hair, I actually had to kind of relearn how to take care of my hair. And I just want to give a shout out to Chime Edwards for turning me on to Giovanni's, because this is like the best conditioner I've ever used in my life. And it just grew. Like after 4 years, I didn't think it would grow that fast, but it just grew with just this and coconut oil, the Giovanni's Weightless Moisture. And in Japan, you cannot, I can't find this conditioner anywhere. You can find Giovanni's in the Lafayette and Harajuku. You can also find it, Giovanni's in Shinjuku Station. There's a shop that sells imported goods from America, and they have a lot of Giovanni's, but it's like the tea tree kind, and you know, the other kinds, not the Weightless Moisture leave-in, which is absolutely amazing. And if you have natural hair, this is the best conditioner I've ever used in my life. Like, I have a lot of products because, you know, you need this product and that product and that, but really you just need this and some coconut oil. And it just grew. And keep your ends split and put your hair up at night. Don't play with it too much, and it'll grow. I mean, I was really surprised how fast it grew. So I decided I wanted to try the Japanese straightening hair system, because I don't know how long I'm going to be in Japan, and I don't really know how well they do it in America, but I just figured I'll try it out and see if it works. So a friend referred me to Golds. Gold is a salon that is located in Roppongi, but yeah, their website is goldsalontokyo.com. Their prices are, I think, pretty typical. They have 2 straightening systems here. One is the Brazilian Keratin Smoothing Treatment, and the other one was the Japanese straightening. So a lot of times you see Japanese people and their hair is like pin straight, and you think it's natural, but it really isn't. Like usually Japanese people have, you know, a little wave to their hair. It's not super pin straight. And so I wanted to see, you know, how would that work on black hair. I talked to the stylist, and what he told me is that it's kind of weaker than what a relaxer can give. Relaxers, you know, really damage your hair, and they use, you know, very harsh chemicals to break down your hair bonds. And the Japanese style also, it has, you know, your hair has chains and it breaks them down. So it not only breaks down your hair bonds, and it may or may not work on black hair. So he told me that, you know, the Brazilian Keratin treatment is the best. They don't use formaldehyde, by the way, to get your hair, you know, it coats your hair. It coats your hair with keratin. So my hair has been coated with the Brazilian Keratin treatment, and that's why it is, you know, as straight as it is. It actually feels so much softer than a relaxer, and it feels healthier than when I used a relaxer. It will wash off though because it's a coating. Oh, one other thing that he said is, when you do the keratin treatment, you can go to the Japanese straightening system, but again, that is permanent. You would have to cut your hair to get it out if you wanted to go back natural. But you can go from Brazilian, and then, you know, after a couple of months, this should last a couple of months, you can go back and get the Japanese solution into your hair, and they'll do that. But you cannot do it the other way around. So if you get the Japanese straightening system, you cannot go and then say, I want to try the Brazilian keratin thing. He said that's like, no, super damaging. I imagine it would be the same way with a relaxer. So I got some special Moroccan shampoo, Moroccan oil, smoothing shampoo, and smoothing conditioner. And so I'm eager to try this out, and I don't know how it'll look once I do wash it. It's not recommended to wash it often. The less you wash it, the longer it'll keep this way. But I imagine that after I wash it, then when I flat iron it, it'll be hopefully easier to deal with, because I mean, it took them forever to flat iron my hair. Usually it takes me about 2 hours, and that whole salon, at one time there was like 4 people working on my hair, and to flat iron it I had 2 people working on my hair. And I am so grateful to them for staying past their closing time to you know, get it finished, and because it really took a really long time. And I wasn't expecting to go that day. I just wanted to get information, like what's the difference between the Brazilian styles and the Japanese hair straightening. So that's the main difference. I think the relaxers are the harshest, and then next is the Japanese straightening after that, and then the Brazilian keratin treatment as far as, you know, the levels of damage. With the relaxers and with the Japanese straightening, if you wanted to go back natural, you would literally have to do the big chop and cut it out of your hair. There's no going back from that. However, with the Brazilian keratin treatment, he told me it should wash off, so after a while. So hopefully it will allow me to help my hair grow longer, because I noticed that once my hair got a certain length natural, the ends would get, when I do twist outs, the ends get, you know, tangled into each other. So I tried to, you know, cut the split ends out, but you know, with curly hair it's pretty difficult to do. So with with having the keratin treatment, it's a lot easier to see the split ends and to cut them out. And because my hair will eventually revert back, maybe, I'm thinking it probably won't revert back 100% like it was. I'm not sure yet, because, you know, I like my baby hair with baby hair and afro. I like having, you know, my curly hair as well, but I just wanted to have something that would be easier to work with on a daily basis. Okay, so I washed my hair and let it air dry, and as you can see, it is back to pretty much how it was normally. Like, I have my big ginormous afro puff, rock on with my bad self, and It's very curly, it's very light, it's very fluffy. It pretty much, other than like it has this kind of still the keratin smell, which is, I don't really know how to describe that smell. It's kind of sweet, and it's I put some coconut oil in there, so it's still pretty soft, and it still has lots and lots of nice fluffy curls. I can probably fluff it up and get it twice the size that it is now. So, I mean, if you didn't know that I had this treatment in my hair, you would not know. I mean, it's definitely light and fluffy and soft and just my natural afro. Unless I flat iron it, then you would be able to tell a difference. So they said that it should flat iron and stay smooth and straight. So next, let's see if we can flat iron this bad boy. Hi, so I'm about to flat iron my hair. I'm using this anti-frizz straightening ion flat iron. It goes up to 450 degrees, but I'm going to set it for 350. So let's take all these accessories out of my hair. Okay. Now that's a little tingly. I actually made this starfish. It's pretty cute. And right now the time is about 2:30 in Japan. And let's just start with the bangs. Sometimes I like to just do my bangs and then leave this all big and fluffy and poofy like it is. So I'm just gonna put my hair in a little bun, and a big bun. Okay, and let's get started. So my hair, I should take off my watch too. My hair has not have any extra products into it. Sometimes, usually when I flat iron my hair, I put in like a protecting styling spray. I usually like, there's one that I have with argan oil and Brazilian Keratin, and I use that, but since my hair is already coated with keratin treatment, they said that I didn't need to put anything extra in my hair. So I just washed my hair with the shampoo and conditioner that they gave me. I put in some Giovanni's leave-in conditioner because I love it, and some coconut oil, and that is all that's in my hair right now. I'm gonna go ahead and start flat ironing it. See if it actually gets smoother and straighter than when I normally flat iron it. So it's really shiny, really shiny. Sorry for all the noise. Living in Japan near a train station. Usually go over it several times. My bangs are actually really long. I don't even think I can call them bangs. So this looks like about as straight as I can get it, unless, let me turn up the heat a little bit more. See if that gets it even straighter. I should probably part it. I really want to put like some coconut oil in there, but there's already enough coconut oil. Okay, let's turn it up a little bit higher. It's starting to smoke a little. I think when you start seeing smoke, that's a bad thing. Let me turn it back down to 350. Okay, so this looks like maybe how my hair was before I washed it. I can't quite tell if it looks any straighter than when I normally flat iron it, without the keratin, but I think it does look a lot straighter than how I normally do it. So I'm gonna do another strand, little section here. Need some clamps. I usually just flat iron my hair all willy-nilly. And that's too big, so let's try this little strand here. Lovely train music. They actually recommended that I go get another application. The more you do it, the longer and straighter your hair will be for longer, or the straighter your hair will be for longer. But it's really expensive. So I'm just gonna flat iron it myself. Okay, so doesn't seem like it's getting as straight as it, you know, did when I came back to the hairstylist, which I guess is always the case, but it's a bit disappointing because I really hoped it would, the coating on the keratin coating wouldn't wash out. It probably washed a lot of it out. Don't ask me what I'm doing, I don't know. I didn't take as long as I normally would take to straighten my hair, so it's still, it's a lot fluffier. I didn't really go slow at all with it, like I probably should have. It's not as straight, but then I let it air dry. So that's another thing that, you know, it's not, it may not be as straight because it didn't get blow dried, it got air dried, and usually when you air dry it and then flat iron it, it gets poofy again. So I don't know if I'd try the keratin treatment again. It's really expensive to get done, so it's not something I can do all the time, and it's pretty much back to its regular normal state. This is kind of how my hair is naturally when I flat iron it. It's kind of poofy and it poofs up. Over time, as I flat iron it every day a little bit, it gets straighter, but you know, for the most part you can't really tell that I had anything at all in my hair. But I think it still looks cute, so I don't mind rocking the poof. I don't mind rocking the afro. I don't mind rocking the super straight hair. But I probably won't do the Brazilian Keratin treatment again, just because it's kind of out of my price range at this moment. Otherwise, I probably would do it every couple of months like they recommend. Well, that's all for today, and I hope you enjoyed my video, and please subscribe to my channel, and you can visit my blog. Thank you for watching.